ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुक्तापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां भावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे So welcome everyone to IBC Siksha. We are continuing with chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita. We are on verse number 64.
Prabhuji, I have one doubt.
Sure.
It is away from this. What are the forbidden food items on Ekadasi's day? Means just grains and that if you'll say that is more than enough, or should we say some other thing, Prabhuji?
Grains and legumes.
Lettuce, sir?
Legume, like this dal is there, na?
Ah, 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 ah.
Dal, pigeon, pigeon peas,
Yeah.
then lady, not lady finger, but this
That
peas are there,
kabuli
na?
channa.
Peas, yeah, all.
Kabuli channa.
All that chana and all that, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so let's go to, but before that, so what we read was three modes of material nature where a lot of things were discussed. Then after that, Krishna tells to Arjuna, you work in a detached way. Don't do anyone else's work, you do your work. Even if you fail in it, still you do it. Still you do your work. By doing so, you will achieve perfection. And then he talks about the Varnashram system where everyone did their own work, and even if there was some fault in their work, they would still continue doing it because they would then slowly advance, gradually advance. They would become detached. Then they would advance in the ashrams also, from grahastha to vanaprastha, right? Those who enter vanaprastha ashram, they are very peaceful, right? Why they are peaceful? Because they have done their duties. They will say, I did my duty as a king, as a brahmana, getting my children married. I did this duty, that duty, right? And now they will have that uh, what to say, the feeling to go back home, back to God, and completely dedicate to spirituality. So if somebody is whose duty is not finished, they will still keep saying, no, my duty is not finished, so how can I take to spirituality fully, right? So the varnashram system would give that kind of opportunity where by performing duty in a detached way, one would then slowly become, one would then slowly worship Lord and uh, would slowly advance in Krishna consciousness. And when they achieve when they are self-control, unattached, disregard material enjoyment, the practice of renunciation, the highest stage of freedom from reaction, then they achieve this supreme perfectional stage called Brahman, in where they give up sense gratification, control mind, live in secluded place, eat little. This is almost like vanaprastha and sannyas. When they are free from proprietorship, peacefulness, then such people they elevated to the position of self-realization, and they advance at once realize the supreme Brahman become joyful. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na sochati na kankshati. This is the verse. And then they come to know the Supreme Lord only by devotion service. Like that. So after telling all this, Krishna says, you have to listen to me. Hmm? If you don't listen to me, then you won't get success. Then, then he says the confidential knowledge, more confidential knowledge. He says, and that's what we are going to read. Text number 64. Yeah, someone can someone read?
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you, my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit. Purport: the Lord has given Arjuna knowledge that is confidential, knowledge of Brahman, and still more confidential knowledge of the super soul within everyone's heart. And now he is giving the most confidential part of knowledge. Just surrender unto the Supreme Person Godhead. At the end of the ninth chapter, he has said, man manaha. Just think, always think of me. The same instruction is repeated here to stress the essence of the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. This essence is not understood by common man, but by one who is actually very dear to Krishna, a pure devotee of Krishna. This is the most important instruction in all Vedic literature. What Krishna is saying in this connection is the most essential part of knowledge, and it should be carried out not only by Arjuna but by all living entities. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So previously Krishna gave confidential knowledge.
Mm.
What was that confidential knowledge? You surrender to the Supreme Lord who's sitting in your heart.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
That is the confidence. Now he is going to tell that Supreme Lord whom I told to you to surrender, that I am.
Mm.
And then you think of me. You become my devotee. You pay obeisances to me. Like that.
Mm.
So 65 5 verse. Just these the Sanskrit of these verses are very very nice. सर्व गुह्यतम गुह्य शुरू में परमम वच इष्टोस्मि धृतम इति ततो विक्षामि ते हितम. That was the verse we read. Now 65th verse. This verse is said twice in Bhagavad Gita. मन्मना मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यसि सत्यम ते प्रतिजानी प्रियोसमी. Where in Bhagavad Gita this is said? Anyone knows?
Yes, Prabhuji, ninth chapter, Prabhuji, last verse of ninth chapter.
Yes, we'll go there. मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजीव नाम नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यसि युक्तव्यम आत्मान मत्परायणः. Only some little few words here and there, but whole verse is some same only. So our parents used to repeat, our teachers used to repeat, right? If they repeated something, if they told something repeatedly, it is considered very important, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. As parents, do you say something repeatedly to your children?
Yes, Prabhuji. All the time.
All the time, right? My son is
Yes,
8 years
Prabhuji.
old. If I tell anything repeatedly, he replies back, why are you telling me so many times? Yeah. So then I had
Then
to
we
tell him,
have to tell
only
them.
teachers and parents can tell you so many times. Then he allows.
We have to
So
tell them, Prabhuji.
But still they say, Prabhuji, why are you going on telling me the same thing again and again? We have already we know what you are saying.
You're getting older also, they say.
That's why, yeah, you're not getting older. So why you have to repeat
yeah.
the same questions again and again? Once you have
But
told
the
that we have.
point is, we have to tell the important things again and again, because why? Because we won't be there with them always, right? So,
Yes, Prabhuji.
yeah, if you remember your parents saying you certain things and they are not present now, they are far away or they have left the planet, then,
Yes.
those words help us in various situations, right?
Yeah. True,
So,
Prabhuji.
yeah, so, as parents, as teachers, it is a thankless job. Always remember, it's a thankless job. Some instructions we have to repeat, we have to tell them, and then, they will remember. So Krishna in this Bhagavad Gita is repeating this verse twice because it's a very important verse, and it only can be understood by whom? Priyosvi.
Devotee, Prabhuji, devotee.
Yeah, a devotee is Priya. Priya means what? Priya.
Dear,
Yeah,
dear,
affectionate.
Dear, right? So
dear. Yes,
somebody who is loving Krishna, this verse applies to him only. Somebody who
yes.
doesn't love Krishna, he may not understand the gist of this verse. He
Those,
may,
those who are very dear to Krishna, no, Prabhuji, that is why.
and those who consider Krishna to be there, both ways. So, what I was saying is, those who don't understand this, they sometimes end up only, in the previous verses. That Krishna said, you have to surrender, you have to become, sannyasi and all that. So their conclusion ends up there only. But Krishna gives even more open, secret, confidential knowledge in the 65th verse and 66th verse. So this is for bhakta only, devotee only. So let's get into this very important verse. The most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him, act for him. One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so molded that one should always have a chance to think of Krishna. Every line of this purport, is a great instruction. One should always one should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are connected with Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. And the Lord's promise is that anyone who is such pure Krishna consciousness will certainly return to his abode of Krishna, where he will be engaged in association of Krishna with face to face. This is most confidential part of the knowledge spoken to Arjuna because he is dear friend of Krishna. Everyone who follows the path of Arjuna can become dear friend to Krishna and obtain the same perfection as Arjuna. Now I want to ask you one thing. This one paragraph, right? Is there a can let's say, who can follow this? Who can follow this one paragraph and who cannot? Let's start with those who cannot follow this paragraph. Can you tell
The
Those
me?
are not
people who
devotees of
dash
Krishna.
people.
Only people those they don't believe in Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, they will not.
Yes, those who don't believe in Krishna. Okay. Anything more?
Atheists also,
Those who are in ignorance.
Ignorance, atheists. Yes.
non-devotees,
Non-devotees. Yes.
demons,
Demons.
Foolish people. Foolish
impersonalists,
people.
Foolish people. Okay. Impersonalist. Yes, that is also there.
atheists, Prabhuji.
Huh?
Atheist.
Karmis.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Atheist, everything, non-believers, atheist, etc., etc., everything comes about. Karmis also, because they are only interested in puja and, they are after flowery subject, and they will only do yajnas and puja for, going to heavenly planets. They are not so interested in Krishna. So these is the whole lot who will find this very difficult. What they will find? To always think about Krishna. They'll say, why Krishna? I want to think something else. I want to think about me. I want to think what is good for me.
Mm.
Now, how come a devotee? See, they are saying, I want to think. Okay, let's put it like this. I want to think what is good for me. Okay.
What will make me happy?
What is good for me? What will make me happy? Anything? What isn't it? What is it for? What is that? What what is there for me? Something like that, right? What's in it for me? Yeah, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? Right? This is how everyone thinks.
They also say that this life is only once, so why we should not
We
enjoy?
should enjoy. Who knows
Okay,
if
okay,
there
Who
yeah.
is
knows?
next life
Yeah.
is there or not.
Okay. Where is my enjoyment? Right?
Yes.
Let us
Not
eat everything and enjoy.
yes, yes. So this is how non-devotee also thinks. Now basically non-devotees, karmis, they think, right? My question to you is: devotee not thinking about this?
Yes.
Hmm.
Devotees, they don't think about all these things. They
They
think
think of if
why
they think
we
of
should devote our
pleasing Krishna all the time.
Yeah, okay. They
we
think
should
of
devote
pleasing
our
Krishna
time
all
in
that.
this.
So do they miss all this?
No, they
Do
don't
No,
miss.
no, Prabhuji. They will
Don't miss
okay?
anything.
Do
direct.
devotees miss above things?
No, they don't miss anything. They love
No, no,
Okay,
Prabhuji.
now
Krishna.
let's start proving how it
Yeah.
happens. I want to think what is good for me.
Mm.
I then devotees will think I want to think what is good for Krishna.
That's fine, but is anything good happening for a devotee?
Yes.
What is
Suppose
happening?
if there is a
Yes,
Rasagulla, so
Prabhuji.
that Rasagulla can be given as a to offer it to the Lord
Prasadam.
as a prasadam. That's it. So they are
Okay, okay,
happy.
okay, good, good.
Mm.
He can eat very nice food, which is prasad. Okay,
Yeah,
so something good is
Prasadam.
happening. Okay, what more is happening?
Any art or any skills that he has, he will utilize it to
Krishna.
uh, glorify
Yes,
Krishna.
yes,
Like
yes.
if they are good in
Yeah, they will
like
serve Krishna.
stitching
So,
clothes, yes, Prabhuji.
yeah, how a devotional service is good for a devotee.
Because it will not bind them, Prabhuji. It will not bind the actions, the results of
Okay, okay,
actions.
good.
They
Yeah,
are not
liberating.
binding,
It is liberating
liberating.
and not entangling.
Yes.
Okay. Anything more that you think of?
You get peace of mind by doing puja to Krishna, serving Krishna.
Okay, sure. Peace of mind is also there. Sure. Devotees.
They are so absorbed in serving Krishna that all other things seem to be very insignificant.
Prabhuji, by going to yatra with the devotees, that make us happy, no, Prabhuji, going to the dham and all.
Okay, so yeah, basically he's not missing anything. Travel is
Ah, yes.
there,
Travel is there.
right? Travel
Peace,
is there, family life is there.
everything is there.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, so devotee is not missing.
No.
To be proved, devotee is
No,
not
no,
missing. Okay, so
no,
what will
Prabhuji.
make me happy if devotee thinks like this? What will make me happy in Krishna consciousness? If I practice Krishna consciousness, what will make me happy?
You get peace of mind ultimately.
A peace of mind. Okay, fine. How a devotee becomes happy?
By chanting Hare Krishna Nam and then enjoying with the devotees, other devotees, and
Hmm.
serving to the Lord and serving the
Okay,
bona fide.
loving devotee relationships, of course, that makes us happy because even loving family relationships also make us happy. So loving devotee relationships make us happy, right? That is there. Anything more?
The prasadam that is offered to
Prasadam
Krishna.
covered.
When
Prabhuji, by doing duties to the spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master,
Okay,
and uh, and also doing service to the temple.
okay. Serving to Guru and
Seva, seva,
temple
Prabhuji.
and seva. Okay, yeah, these things do make us happy. Yeah. So thinking about Krishna always, how would that makes us happy?
By hearing chanting, by hearing and chanting, that is Sankirtana.
We get
Hearing and
Krishna Prema,
chanting
Prabhuji. We
makes
keep
us
thinking,
happy. Okay.
when we keep thinking of the Lord,
Then what happens?
then our heart gets purified and we get attached to the Lord instead of other people, non-devotees.
Okay. Okay. Next question. What is in it? What's in it for me?
We get Krishna. We
Especially
get
Prabhuji,
love,
What
love
is
for.
my
We
self?
develop love for Krishna, and
No, no. The question is, it goes
Prabhu,
deeply. It says, what is my self interest?
Prabhuji, if you'll read Bhagavad Gita, you get lot of knowledge in that, because there Krishna himself says, so this thing, lot of confidential knowledge.
Okay, we
And
can put here, knowledge. We get knowledge.
we'll go back to Him, Prabhuji. That is the ultimate thing, and we'll go back to Godhead and serve Him there.
instead of
And we
coming back
break the cycle of birth and
to
death.
birth and death.
Okay, even
Janmam mrityu
before
jara.
that, if somebody asks you, what is my self interest in thinking about Krishna 24 hours a day?
Peace of mind, Prabhuji.
No, that is not the answer. You would
Self-interest.
focus on this word, self interest.
Self is ourself. Interest.
Yeah,
Self-realization.
what is the interest of the self? Can you prove? I mean, can you explain what is the interest of the self? See, a karmi will think what is the interest of himself. What is like if what is in it? What's in it for him? What he's going to gain out of it? What is it going to gain out of it?
Purification.
What?
Purification. Bhakti.
He doesn't want purification. He only wants enjoyment.
Positive vibration in the house, Prabhuji, by doing all
No,
this.
no, no, no. That
Bhakti.
is that is
Bhakti.
okay. It comes in good, the happiness, peace, and all that. But
Yeah.
what do you mean by self-interest? And you have
That
to
is
divide
one
the word
getting
self,
interested in,
and then you have to divide the word interest.
Prabhuji, one a person
Self-interest.
getting interested in the bhakti.
See, if we tell any karmi, this is your real self-interest. What are we trying to tell him? This is your real
That is,
self-interest.
that is the path to reach the God.
Path to reach the God.
Self-interest
Okay,
means
go more deeper. Go more deeper.
self-growth, Prabhuji. Growth, self. They will grow.
But they will say, I grow in my company, everything.
This is the path going to the God. That is going
No,
to
divide the words self and then
self is
interest.
ourself. Self is ourself.
Interest.
Interest is I'm interested in this.
No, what is their understanding of self?
One
That I'm not the
one
body.
getting interested in the uh,
No, what do they understand
Take,
by the word self?
taking care of themselves. Self.
Personal.
We
Personal.
ask
Yeah.
him who you are. What he says, I am Mr. So and so.
uh,
I am man, I am woman, I am this and that, American, Pakistani, Indian, like that. Right?
mm,
According to Bhagavad Gita, what is the definition of self?
aham,
Soul, Prabhuji.
aham.
Spirit soul.
Spirit
I'm a
soul,
soul,
right?
not a body. I'm
Spirit
Yeah.
not a
soul.
So
body.
our real identity is
Soul.
Spirit soul. We are spirit
Spirit
real
soul.
soul.
identity is spirit
Spirit
Soul.
soul.
soul. So what is now the interest of that soul?
To
It is
to
not
be the
Going back,
servitor of the Lord, Prabhuji. To
eternal.
be
It
to
is not
serve
the
Krishna.
Why?
going back to
Why?
Godhead.
it is the
Why?
part and parcel of Lord Krishna.
Yeah. Part and parcel
Sachitananda.
of super soul, or let's say put Krishna. Okay.
Sachitananda.
Yeah. So what is our self? According to Karmi, he says my self is my body, and whatever satisfies my body is my self-interest. And I don't think I achieve my self-interest by thinking about Krishna 24 hours a day. So for them, we have to explain that your real self is not the body.
Mm.
Death comes, then you are no more.
Mm.
Our real self is the spirit soul.
So spirit soul.
We are
Spirit
spirit soul.
soul.
We are part and parcel of Krishna. So we belong to Krishna and Krishna belongs to us. So we have to go back to him. Why? Because that is our
Yes.
real self interest.
Mm.
Going back to our home is our self interest, right?
Mm.
We are moving in this world in one body to another, to another, to another, to another, and we are forgetting what is our interest. What is our self we are forgetting, and what is our real interest. So our real interest is in spirituality. Why? Because we are spirit soul. Our
Mm.
real interest is in Krishna. Why? Because we are part and parcel of Krishna.
Krishna.
We belong to Krishna. Okay.
See, Prabhuji, we are after giving so many things, only we are able to answer.
But that's fine. This is okay. Now where is my enjoyment? If a karmi asks,
My
where is my
enjoyment
enjoyment?
is very bold.
So
Sense
we can say, we
gratification.
can say
For
a lot of
Karmi, it
things
is
like,
sense
for the
gratification.
bodily enjoyment is there, prasadam is there, music is there, this is there. And for the soul, Krishna is there, holy name is there,
Mm.
right? And that's
Oh,
how we enjoy. We are not
yeah.
devoid of the enjoy.
Yeah.
So devotees don't miss anything. While the karmis miss very
Everything.
big thing. What does the karmi miss?
They don't experience the love for God.
Spiritual joy.
Okay. They don't love
There's a lot
experience
of
love for Krishna.
there's
Basically,
a lot.
they miss spiritual pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay. While devotee enjoys both pleasure, material pleasure also and spiritual pleasure also. Simply by focusing on spiritual pleasure, material pleasure follows it. He doesn't miss anything. While a karmi misses spiritual pleasure because he only focuses on bodily pleasure.
Mm.
So you're getting?
Mm, yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
So only devotee can do this. Karmis may feel, oh, what is this? So karmis have to become devotees. These words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna, the very form with two-handed, carrying a flute, the bluish boy with a beautiful face and peacock feather in his hair. There are descriptions of Krishna found in Brahma Samhita and other literatures. One should fix his mind to this original form of Krishna. One should not even divert his attention to the other forms of the Lord. The Lord has multiple forms: Vishnu, Narayan, Rama, Varaha, Narasimha, Hayagriva, Vamana. But a devotee should concentrate his mind on the form that was present before Arjuna. Concentration of the mind on the form of Krishna constitutes the most confidential part of knowledge, and this is disclosed to Arjuna because Arjuna is the most dear friend of Krishna.
Yes.
So those who are in other sampradayas and they are worshipping the other deities of Krishna, Varaha, Narasimha, and all that, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So they are in love with those forms. So they will continue doing that. But one who has eternal relationship with Krishna and Golok Vrindavan will get attracted to two-handed form of Krishna. Okay?
Prabhuji, I have a doubt in this.
Okay.
I've seen when I went to Vrindavan recently, I've seen like many people worshipping this Laddu Gopal. Then I mean, like they belong to which this thing, Prabhuji, like Sampradaya or something? They worship Laddu Gopal. They
So what
carry
has
the
happened with
basket with
Laddu
Lord
Gopal is
Krishna.
Laddu Gopal is that it is a bona fide deity. It is a bona fide
Yes.
deity. There is no problem in it. And it has taken the role in um, day-to-day life also. Like in marriages, they want to gift, so they give Laddu Gopal. That's all Laddu Gopal spread. And in Pushti Mark, they worship Krishna as a young child. Mostly they worship Krishna as one who lives Govardhan.
Okay, okay.
Hmm. So for them, Krishna in that form is very attractive. And then sometimes they worship Laddu Gopal over there because they find that this is baby Krishna. So yeah, it's a bona fide form, Mataji. And it has taken part, it has become a part of a ritual also. Gifting Laddu
I've seen
Gopal
them.
at the time of
Yes,
marriage,
Prabhuji. I've
right?
seen them carrying everywhere, like in flights also, and everywhere they
No,
carry.
no, no. This is in North India. It is like that. In South
And one
India,
more
I don't know
question,
if Laddu
Prabhuji.
Gopal, huh? Yeah.
In the questionnaire, no, there's a question regarding to this shloka. It was said that what is the most confidential knowledge and what is the ultimate instruction? Most confidential knowledge is here it is given, no, Prabhuji, in 64 verse, that just surrender unto the Supreme Personality
Supreme
of
Personality.
Godhead. Then ultimate instruction, what is that, Prabhuji? Sarvadharman Parityajya.
Yes. So this is the verse, the next verse,
Acha,
66.
we have to write the both, like
Yeah.
64th is the ultimate most confidential knowledge and 65th 66 is the ultimate instruction. But that also is surrender only, no, Prabhuji?
Actually, this is the most confidential knowledge. Before that is the confidential knowledge.
What is the difference between this and that, Prabhuji? Even in this also it is same, no, Prabhuji. That
Just
surrender to
surrender into,
Krishna.
So
that's what
here,
I also jotted down.
surrender to the Supreme Lord.
Uh, there,
Surrender to the
Prabhuji?
Supreme Lord who is in your heart as four-handed form of Vishnu.
Okay, that is most
Okay.
confidential.
Yeah, the Supreme Lord is situated in your heart. Surrender unto Him. So He is situated in four-handed form of Vishnu. I will tell you even more confidential knowledge. You think about me, become my devotee. And then, ultimate instruction, surrender unto me. And
Sarvadharman
Krishna is
Parityajya.
two-handed form. That's why Prabhupada writes here, focus on this two-handed form of Krishna. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go through this progression and you will yourself understand, what. Uh, just let me check 1 minute.
Prabhuji, yesterday I'd been to ISKCON, but I'm not able to get this book, Prabhuji, Bhagavad Gita, Shubhodina. I'm not able to get
Hema,
it.
Hema,
Ah,
there are very many parts to this book. It's not one book. So many books are there. So which one to buy?
Bhagavad Gita. I asked for Bhagavad Gita.
No,
Gita
no, no. The
Subodhini. You can, I
Subodhini.
will share
Subodhini.
a link from online. You order from online. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
but there are many books, na Prabhuji.
No,
It's
that
not
is
one book.
Bhagavad Subodhini. That is on Bhagavatam. And this is Gita Subodhini.
Bhagavad Gita Subhodini, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's only one book or many books are there, Prabhuji?
For Gita, there is one book. For Bhagavatam, for each canto, they have made a separate book. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So let's go to our ultimate instruction. सर्वधर्मां परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं तं सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः.
Abandon all varieties.
Abandon all varieties of religion, just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. The Lord has described various kinds of knowledge and processes of religion. Knowledge of Supreme Brahman, knowledge of Super Soul. See, this is all confidential knowledge. Knowledge of Supreme Brahman, more confidential knowledge. Knowledge of Super Soul, knowledge of different types of orders and status of social life, knowledge of renounced order of life, knowledge of non-attachment, sense, mind, control, etc., meditation. He has described in so many ways different types of religion. Now, in summarizing Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Arjuna, give up all this process and just surrender unto Krishna. That surrender will save him all kinds of sinful reactions, for the Lord personally promises to protect him. In the seventh chapter, it is said that one who has become free from all sinful reactions can take to worship of Lord Krishna. Thus, one may think that unless he is free from all sinful reactions, he cannot take to the process of surrendering to Krishna. To such doubt, it is said that even if one is not free from all sinful reactions, simply by the process of surrendering to Sri Krishna, he is automatically freed. Interesting, right? You don't have to be even free of sinful reactions. You just surrender to Krishna, and that itself will make you free. There is no need of strenuous effort to free oneself from sinful reactions. One should unhesitatingly accept Krishna as a supreme savior of all living entities. With faith and love, one should surrender unto him. The process of surrender to Krishna is given in Hari Bhakti Vilas 11.676. Anukulyasa sankalpa patikulyasa varjanam rakshash रक्षिष्यति विश्वासु गोपवर्तते वर्णम तथा आत्म निक्षेप कार्पण्य सद्विद्ध शरणागति. So these are 6 processes of surrender. Okay. Okay. According to devotional process, one should accept such religious principles that will lead ultimately to devotional service. One may perform particular occupational duty according to his position in the social order, but if executing his duty one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. Anything that does not lead to perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. One should be confident that in all circumstances Krishna will protect him. Yeah. So this is the first point, the first process of surrender. Anything that does not lead to perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. And anything that leads to Krishna consciousness should be accepted. One should be confident in all circumstances. Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. Have faith in Krishna and perform. There is no need to thinking how one should keep the body and soul together. Krishna will see to that. One should always think himself helpless. Should consider Krishna as the only basis for his progress in life. As soon as one is seriously engaged himself in devotion service to the Supreme Krishna Godhead, in full Krishna consciousness, at once he becomes freed from the contamination of material nature. There are different processes of religion and purificatory processes by cultivation of knowledge, meditation, or mystic yoga system, but one who surrenders unto Krishna does not execute so many methods. That simple process of surrendering unto Krishna will save him from unnecessary wasting time. One can thus make all progress at once and be freed from all sinful reactions. One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. Vision of Krishna means what?
Shyamasundara form, Prabhuji.
Ramasundar.
Yeah. His name
200
is Krishna
Shyamasundara
because he is
form.
all attractive.
With the
One
flute.
should become attracted by the beautiful, all-powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. There are different kind of transcendentalists. Now these are different kind of spiritualists. Okay, some of them are attached to impersonal Brahman vision. Impersonal Brahman vision means it's like a spiritual sky. There is no form to it. Okay. Then some are attracted by super soul feature, four-handed form of Krishna. But one is attracted to the personal form of Godhead, Krishna, and above all, one is attracted to Supreme Person of Godhead, uh, as Krishna himself is the most perfect transcendentalist. In other words, devotion service to Krishna in full Krishna consciousness is the most confidential part of knowledge. And that is the essence of whole Bhagavad Gita. Karma yogis, empiric philosophers, mystics, devotees are all called transcendental. But one who's pure devotee is the best of all. The particular word is ma suchaha. Do not fear. Don't hesitate. Don't worry. Are very significant. One may be perplexed how one can give up all kinds of religious forms simply surrendered onto Krishna, but such a worry is useless. Any questions?
Prabhuji, here 6 methods of surrenders are given. No, the first one is, rejecting whatever is not favorable for in progress
Yes,
of
and
Krishna
accepting
consciousness.
what that is favorable.
Third one is, what is
Rakshise
the third
Vishwasu
one,
means
Prabhuji?
Krishna will always protect me.
From all difficulties.
Goptatre
Then fourth one,
Varanam
Prabhuji.
Tatha.
Fourth one, one should
Uh,
think himself helpless. What is the
Atma
fourth one,
Nipeksha
Prabhuji?
Karpanye. Go to
Atma means surrendering ourselves.
Self,
Puji?
self,
Surrendering ourselves. Atma Nivedana means
just a
that one
minute.
only.
Okay.
Surrendering.
निक्षेप कार्पण्य सद्विधा शरणागति
Okay.
षड्विधा शरणागति.
Completely surrendering.
Then fifth one, Mataji. Fifth one, Prabhuji.
Just a minute. I'll get the exact Anukulyasya Sankalpa. Okay. Hmm.
I'm finding 4, Prabhuji. Fifth one, I'm not able to understand.
Yeah, yeah, just a minute. Okay. Okay. Madhya Leela 2200. Madhya Leela 2200 will go there. Here it is. The six divisions of surrender are acceptance of those things favorable to devotion service, rejection of unfavorable things, the conviction that Krishna will give me protection, and the acceptance of the Lord as one's guardian and master, full self surrender, and humility. So, Gopsutra means he's my guardian, he's my father, like that.
Okay.
Atmanipeksha means full surrender, like Bali Maharaj, full surrender. Karpanya, humility. Humility is a very, very big surrender actually. This is very important. This one is very important. Humility. It's a very big verse, very big purport. Oh.
This is Chaitanya Charitamrita, no, Prabhuji?
Yes, yeah, and humble. Just going through. Okay, okay. For all of benefit, we will read the first paragraph only. One who is fully surrendered is qualified with six following characteristics. The devotee has to accept everything that is favorable for rendering the transcendental loving service to Lord. He must reject everything unfavorable to the Lord's service. This is called renunciation. Third, a devotee must be firmly convinced that Krishna will give him protection. No one else can actually give one protection, and being firmly convinced of this is called faith. This kind of faith is different from faith of an impersonalist who wants to merge into Brahman effulgence in order to benefit by cessation of repeated birth and death. A devotee wants to remain always in the Lord's service. In this way, Krishna is merciful to his devotees and gives him all protection from the dangers found on the path of devotion service. The devotee should accept Krishna as his supreme maintainer and master. He should not think that he is being protected by a demigod. He should depend only on Krishna, considering him the only protector. The devotee must be firmly convinced that within the three worlds he has no protector or maintainer other than Krishna. Self surrender means remembering that one's activities and desires are not independent. The devotee is completely dependent on Krishna and he thinks and acts as Krishna desires. The devotee is meek and humble. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
This confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere, devoted, or engaged in devotion service, nor to one who is envious of me. Okay, someone read purport.
I'll read Prabhuji. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna. 67th one, no Prabhuji?
Yes.
Persons who have not undergone the austerities of religious process, who have never attempted devotional service in Krishna consciousness, who have not tended a pure devotee, and especially those who are conscious of Krishna only as a historical personality, or who are envious of the greatness of Krishna, should not be told this most confidential part of knowledge.
Okay.
It is
See, when we do book distribution, do we check all this is preconditioned? We check.
No, Prabhuji.
no Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Prabhupada will explain now.
It is, however, sometimes found that even demoniac persons who are envious of Krishna, worshipping Krishna in a different way, take to the profession of explaining Bhagavad Gita in a different way to make business. But anyone who desires actually to understand Krishna must avoid such commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Actually, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is not understandable to those who are sensuous. Even if one is not sensuous, but is strictly following the disciplines enjoined in the Vedic scripture, if he is not a devotee, he also cannot understand Krishna. And even when himself opposes himself as a devotee of Krishna, but is not engaged in Krishna conscious activities, he also cannot understand Krishna. There are many persons who envy Krishna because he has explained in Bhagavad Gita that he is the supreme and that nothing is above him or equal to him. There are many persons who are envious of Krishna. Such persons should not be told of Bhagavad Gita, for they cannot understand. There is no possibility of faithless persons understanding Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. Without understanding Krishna from the authority of a pure devotee, one should not try to comment on Bhagavad Gita. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Okay. Now, if I ask you why persons who have not gone austerities or religious process, they cannot understand Krishna. Why do you think?
Because he does not believe in Krishna.
No, the point is why for people who have not undergone the austerities of religious process.
Because their heart is not pure, Prabhuji, and
Yeah, but
their
their
heart is
heart
not
is not
pure.
pure. They are too much materialistic.
Yes, yes,
Those who have never attempted devotional service in Krishna consciousness, they have never done any devotional service. Okay,
yes,
those who
Prabhu.
have not tended a pure devotee. What does this mean? Yeah, they have
Serving
never
those who are
served a
not
simple
served.
devotee and a pure devotee, both.
Pure devotee, yes, Prabhuji.
Especially those who are conscious of Krishna only as a historical personality. For them, Krishna is only historical person. Who are envious of greatness of Krishna. They are envious of Krishna.
Why they
Some
should be envious, Prabhuji, when they don't have any interest?
the thing is, when they see Krishna is worshipped and all that, sometimes they think I should become Krishna.
Mm.
So there are two kinds. One is they are
Shubala.
envious of
Mm.
Krishna and then they will say bad things about Krishna. Second thing is they are envious of Krishna and they will falsely say that I am Krishna because they want all that puja, archana, and worship for themselves. I am God.
Mm.
So both the things happen. Both are actually envious. I want to become like that.
Like Shishupala, like Shishupala, Prabhuji.
Shishupal was like, why Krishna? I don't think
Mm.
Krishna
Krishna.
should be worshipped. I don't think Krishna uh, is great and all that. There was Pondra. He said, why Krishna should only enjoy? I want to enjoy. So he put two hands on his back and he said, I am Vasudev. So there are two kinds of envious people. One will outright say wrong things about the other person, and one will try to imitate the other person out of enviousness, right?
Mm.
It's
Yes,
like that.
Prabhuji.
Now, one who poses himself as a devotee of Krishna but is not engaged in Krishna consciousness, he also cannot understand Krishna. Why?
Because he has not made any effort to understand Krishna.
Okay. Any more
He has
explanation?
not done any service.
Yeah.
Any
So
any service
devotee
or
of
no
Krishna,
effort has
sometimes
been made.
sometimes somebody may just wear some clothes, and will show that I am devotee. Like sometimes people cheat, right? They cheat. They sometimes
Mm.
wear police clothes and they will cheat. I am police. But did they go through all
Yes.
the police training and bona fide, are they? No. But they just want to cheat. So actually, they will pose them a devotee of Krishna, but to become a devotee of Krishna means you are serving Krishna, and that they won't do. So they're cheating, right?
Yes, yes.
So all such people we cannot preach to them. Now, interesting thing is we don't ask that all these preconditions, but still we go and give. Let's see if Prabhupada explains this point. For one who explains the supreme secret to devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end, he will come back to me. Generally, it is advised that Krishna Bhagavad Gita be discussed among devotees only. But for those who are not devotees, will neither understand Bhagavad Gita nor Krishna. Those who do not accept Krishna as he is and Bhagavad Gita as it is should not try to explain Bhagavad Gita whimsically and become offenders. Bhagavad Gita should be explained to persons who are ready to accept Krishna as a supreme person of Godhead. It is a subject matter of devotees only and not for philosophical speculation. Anyone who tries to sincerely present Bhagavad Gita as it is will advance in devotional service and reach pure devotional state of life. As a result of such pure devotion, he is sure to go back home, back to Godhead. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor he will ever be one more dear, nor will there be ever be one more dear. Okay, and I declare that he who studies this sacred conversation of ours worship me by his intelligence. One who listens with faith without envy becomes free from sinful reactions and attain to the auspicious planets where the pious dwell. In the 67th verse of this chapter, Lord, so this is fruit of reading Bhagavad Gita. Will become dear to Krishna, will get pure devotion service, will go to planets where the pious dwell, will become free from sinful reactions, free from envy. So this is Falashruti of Bhagavad Gita, spoken by Krishna himself. In the 67th verse of this chapter, the Lord explicitly forbids Gita when spoken to those who are envious of Krishna. In other words, Bhagavad Gita is for devotees only. But it so happens, now here is our answer. But it so happens sometimes a devotee law will hold open class. And in that class, not all the devotees or not all the students are expected to be devotees. Why do people hold open class? It is explained here that although not everyone is a devotee, still there are many people who are not envious of Krishna. They have faith in him as a supreme personal Godhead. If such people hear from bona fide devotee about the Lord, the result is that he at once becomes free from all sinful reactions and after that attain to the planetary system where all righteous persons are situated. Therefore, simply by hearing Bhagavad Gita, even a person who does not try to be a pure devotee attains the result of the righteous activity. Thus, a pure devotee, the Lord gives everyone a chance to become free from all sinful reactions and to become the devotee of the Lord. Okay, so open class is allowed. Hmm? Open class
What
is
is
allowed.
meant by open class, Prabhuji?
Open class means we go for book distribution, we openly give it. Now, if they're
Oh, okay,
not,
okay.
no, most of them are not envious of Krishna. Very few are there. But if they're not, then if they take the Bhagavad Gita, if they hear about Bhagavad Gita, what is the problem, right?
Mm.
They will attend the righteous people and all that. Getting? So this is like an open class. You don't know. Um there's no pre-qualification to attend that class. That is called an open class. So devotees do this because devotees are more merciful than the Lord.
Prabhuji, to understand Bhagavad Gita, one must become a devotee. And it is like,
Yeah.
and devotee only can
Yeah,
understand
devotee
Bhagavad
only can
Gita.
understand. Yes.
It is like interdependent. One who understands Bhagavad Gita becomes a devotee. It is also said like that. No?
Yeah. So what happens is there's a process. There is Shraddha, Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, like that.
Yes.
So the point is, even if one has little faith, like this is the devotee is a good person. He has already started doing bhakti because of that thought. And then the devotee gives Bhagavad Gita, he develops faith on Bhagavad Gita, and then he becomes more perfect devotee. Getting? So
Yes,
it's
yes.
like you start being a small devotee, then you start becoming little bigger devotee like that. Or you become little devotee and then you become little more devotee, then you become little more devotee, then you become little more devotee, then you become more devotee. Like that. It just
Yes,
goes on.
Prabhuji.
Now the highest devotee is who? Radharani.
Mm,
Right?
yes.
Yeah, the highest devotee, the purest devotee is Radharani. So that's why we cannot match her. So we will always remain like this, that we are you know more devotee, something like that, or we are just pure devotee, and Radharani is purest devotee, like that. So anyway, um, devotional service is such thing that the medium and the goal is the same. Now, if you have to climb the ladder and reach, let's say, the top of the wall, the medium is the ladder, right?
Hmm.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
just by taking the ladder, you don't reach the top.
You have to climb.
Yeah, you have to climb. But
We
bhakti
have
is
to
not like
make
that.
an effort to climb.
Yeah, but bhakti is not like that. Bhakti is is like a lift. You sit in it and you just press a button, and within 1 minute you'll reach the top also.
Hmm.
So like that. So it
How,
the
Prabhuji?
medium and
How,
the goal
Prabhuji?
is the same. That means by
Mm.
doing bhakti, you have already achieved bhakti. Like that.
Just by
The,
chanting itself, yeah, our heart
yes. Yeah.
becomes pure.
Chanting is the goal and chanting is the process. Good point. Chanting is the goal and chanting
And
is the
chanting is
process.
also the most difficult thing, Prabhuji, to concentrate.
Yes.
No, but it
I
starts
know.
with, see,
Trick.
chanting also, we start with Nama Bhas, then, Nama Prad,
Namaparad,
and
Nanaparad,
then
Shuddha
Shuddhana,
Nama.
like that. So there are stages to it. So
Concentrating becomes very difficult, Prabhuji.
Yes, yes. That is
yeah, it's a practice thing.
it's
That
very,
is the
very.
time the mind wanders the most.
Mm. But
So
Entire
still
day planning
trying our
starts
best,
there.
trying our best. But still it wanders like anything.
yeah, you
So,
have to keep trying. You have to keep trying, and the key is to serve a pure devotee. If we serve a pure devotee, we get the same quality of that pure devotee.
so after initiation only our concentration will improve. Right, Prabhuji?
No, we have to serve the pure devotee.
Okay. Serving the pure devotee means going to the temple and doing all the sevas and
So
all.
Doing
the
sevas
serving
in
the
bhakti
pure
centers,
devotee
no,
is
Prabhuji?
following his instructions, and personal service also, both menial service also, following his instructions, both.
Mm.
But
Okay,
only,
Prabhuji.
but
And
serving the
helping him
body.
in his mission, helping him in his mission, and attentively
Mm.
hearing what he's saying. All this is service.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Generally, those who are free from sinful reactions, those who are righteous, very easily take to Krishna consciousness. The word punya karmanam is very significant here. This refers to the performance of great sacrifices like Ashwamedh Yagya mentioned in the Vedic literature. Those who are righteous performing devotional service but who are not pure can attain planet system of the pole star or Dhruvalo, where Dhruva Maharaj is residing. He is a great devotee of the Lord and his special planet which is called pole star. So those who are righteous in performing devotional service but who are not pure, means they are not so pure, but they are performing devotional service. So they will attend Dhruva Maharaj Lok, and by associating with Dhruva Maharaj, they will become pure devotees because he is a great devotee. So they will serve Dhruva Maharaj in that planet, pole star, North Star. So what star you see in the sky, na? North Star,
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
that is where
Yes,
Dhruva Lok
Prabhuji.
is there, and that is where the Shweta Deep is there, where Lord Vishnu is sleeping on the
Wow.
Sheshashai on
Yeah.
the ocean of milk.
Krishna.
Yeah,
Mm.
ocean of milk.
Kshirodakasha
And that
ocean.
is the Vaikuntha Lok within the material universe. Okay.
Material universe. Yeah.
So whenever
He
you
is
see North
Garbhodaka
Star,
Sai
you should
Vishnu
remember that.
Prabhuji.
Huh?
Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. He is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu.
No, 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 no.
Ah.
He's
Kshirodakasha.
Shirodaka Sai. Shirodaka Sai Vishnu is our
no,
inside
no,
our.
no, 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 no.
Ah.
This is another Vishnu.
Okay.
This is that
Another
Vishnu
wish.
where Lord Brahma goes and he prays.
Mahavishnu.
Oh.
No, this is not even Mahavishnu.
Okay.
He's just Vishnu. Shirodaksha Vishnu
Okay.
is Paramatma.
Is Paramatma, yes, Prabhuji.
And Mahavishnu,
Pervading.
from the pores of Mahavishnu come all the universes.
Mm.
And in that universe, there is one Vishnu who's lying in the ocean of
Mm.
water. So
Mm.
the universe is filled with water, half
Mm.
water. That is the Garbhodaksha Vishnu. And this
Yes,
pole
Prabhuji.
star is a star. In
Okay.
that, there is another Vishnu who's sleeping on the ocean of milk.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
So many Vishnus are found.
Yeah. Then the Shirodaksha Vishnu is Paramatma.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes. Prabhuji.
So this Vishnu is just Vishnu.
Yeah, yeah. This Vishnu is just Vishnu. There may be some name to it,
He's
but
just Vishnu.
at this
Just
point I don't
Vishnu.
remember. At
Just
this point I
Vishnu.
don't know.
Just Vishnu.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji. This chapter is very nice, Prabhuji.
Yeah, yeah. This is the best chapter. 72. So tomorrow we'll do
Yes.
72 and probably we'll end up how many? 5 more pages. So we'll end this chapter. Any questions or comments? Any
No,
questions or
Prabhuji.
comments? So just I will just show you this Vishnu. So okay, so this is two-handed form of Krishna from Golok Vrindavan. He expands into Pradyumna, all that four, and
Aniruddha,
Chaturjiva.
Vasudeva,
Yes,
Sankarshana, that
and
one,
then one
Prabhuji.
of that Vishnu expands into
Narayana.
Mahavishnu,
Narayana.
and from
Narayana.
Mahavishnu comes all these universes. In that there is this Vishnu which is called Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and from the navel comes Brahma, and then he creates 14 planet system. In that there is one star which is called
Pole star.
Ha. In that there is another Vishnu um, who is sleeping on the ocean of milk. Now this is ocean of water. There is ocean of milk inside that pole star. Okay. Then there is other Vishnus who are there, like Vaman Dev, he is in Sutala Lok with Bali Maharaj. Actually, there is much more, to say about it. Okay, there's much more to say, but yeah, you got the point, right? You understood,
Yes,
right?
Prabhuji.
Okay, okay. I had sent you this video, na? You saw this video, Vedic Cosmos video.
No, Prabhuji, I have not
No,
seen.
we haven't seen. Prabhuji have not sent.
Now I have sent. I will send it again today.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you
Prabhuji,
very
we'll
much.
watch the
Hare
video.
Krishna. Yeah. Will. Okay. Let's meet tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Hari Bol.